Welcome to our 2021. Liverpool currently winless in 4 games.
4 consecutive weeks of not winning has taken its toll on my faith.
Fulham currently winless in 7.
What do you think?
I think it better fucking be a Fulham win. Newcastle also winless in 7.
Fuck it, just put NHL in. Okay, I say first. Whoever wins the game, I support.
Welcome back everyone to another episode of Football Armchair Experts, where we pretend to know everything but actually we know nothing. Hopefully you're getting as comfortable as Mun Jhun there. He's going to collect his pillow some more. This week we'll be predicting the results of Matchweek 20. It's just a single Matchweek this time, but 11 games because of the additional Aston Villa Newcastle game which has been rescheduled. Ever since we made fun of Kim wishing that she'll get 3 points for Arsenal, right? Interestingly enough, since that episode, right, none of our 3 teams have actually won a game. So maybe we should have wished for 3 points or so. Liverpool currently winless in 4 games. Fulham currently winless in 7. Newcastle also winless in 7. Where else to start other than Liverpool, who are currently 4th in the table? Of course, if Everton win their game in hand, Liverpool will drop out of the top 4. Kind of unthinkable suddenly. I guess maybe the question, which I've always asked even after each of every of these 4 games, are you still confident Liverpool are? I would say Liverpool are definitely in the title race, but are you confident of retaining the title or not?
No lah. After.
What that's fast.
Well, okay. A draw against Man U is what did it lah.
Yeah. No lah. It's just. It's like this. It's like four consecutive weeks of not winning has taken its toll on my face. I mean, even for Jurgen Klopp, he was like saying during the interview now, I think the tone changed a bit really, right? He was like saying, when people ask him about the title race, he's like, we just want to get top 4.
Are you serious? Really?
Really, man? I thought he was just very riled up about it, only.
No, he just say like top 4 is the aim. It's like very hard to get top 4, so it's like that's our only concern. Then I'm like, oh, okay, lor.
Okay, I mean, that's also a bit pessimistic to look at it that way, but okay. I thought he was still quite defiant though, like, after the Liverpool Man U game, Luke Shaw was saying how he thinks that Man U deserve to win. Then Jordan Henderson and Jurgen Klopp were interviewed after that, then they were quite defiant and they were like, no, we think we deserve to win. I mean, I guess maybe you can sort of review the game a little bit, not too much, it was a little bit of a boring game, but do you think Liverpool deserve to win though?
I think it was on the balance of play. It was quite. I think a draw is fair.
Okay.
I think it if either side won, it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, not wouldn't have mattered. Like it won't be a travesty if either side won lah, because both sides had chances. You can say that Man U have the better chance or not or what, but Liverpool dominated like I think more of the game. Particularly for the first half, because it's the damn classic. You dominate possession, then you play okay, just that never take your chances. So got a few I think chances that are quite wasted on like for Firmino. And then in the second half, of course, I think it's been Man U's game plan all season, or at least that's how their form is like. It's always they will just get a last minute goal because they will go into the game.
Mm-hmm.
So we prevented that in no small part because of Alisson's saves. Like his saves always looks very simple, but actually it's not. I think other keepers would have let in at least one of the goals that Man U had on target. So
I think it's fair enough. I think I would probably say Alisson played the best out of the Liverpool players, which is also kind of not a good sign.
It's not a good sign, but
yeah.
But okay lah, it's Alisson lah. Like so, people sort of it's like okay, he's a good player, so whatever, right? It's not like your keeper cui, then like suddenly one game he damn good.
I mean, going into this Spurs game, does it affect your confidence in any way though? Like seeing how Liverpool played against Man U, sort of a similar kind of style of team with Spurs also counter-attacking.
I mean, their form obviously not as good as Man U's one. They are also a bit start stop, right? Like can't really win consecutive games. Plus, I don't think their squad is as good as. Is it as good as Man U's squad? I'm not sure. I think it's like their striking people are okay, then the rest is sort of just like there.
Actually, not really. I would say that Spurs team, actually I was thinking about
comparable,
it. So I
never thought about it.
Yeah. like Region has gone under the radar a little bit because like his deal was combined with the Gareth Bale deal. Everyone was talking about Gareth Bale. Now nobody's talking about Gareth Bale at all. Region I think has 3 assists, not too bad for left back I think.
Højbjerg.
Højbjerg was also one of some people's transfer of the summer kind of thing. And Ndombele also improved a lot because he had that great goal at the weekend. Yeah, I think not too bad though. Like their squad, if you go player by player.
Yeah, but I don't know. Suddenly you see, I feel, but still okay. I think in terms of player to player, but as a squad as a whole, Man U squad still more depth. You can bring on Cavani and Van der Beek, and Van der Beek don't even play on it. Just like
Of course, yeah. I think for Man U there's a lot more of like, in that
depth,
sense, a bit of buffer because it seems like there are some players who could be better in maybe other teams, but then they're at Man U, and then it's like suddenly they seem a little bit. This is maybe sounds a bit harsh, but it seems like they're still a bit like less than the sum of their parts kind of thing, lah.
Yeah. Whereas I mean, for Spurs squad, it's like other than their first team, no one really like got like you have like I don't know Lucas Moura, Harry Winks, those type, but it's like you don't know whether they first team material or not.
Yeah, of course, Spurs, currently, previously, prior to their game against Sheffield United, they drew against Fulham. It was their 5th time leading at halftime only to draw. And the 5 times that they've actually drawn against teams that are very mid-table to bottom of the table. So it's, I mean, even if Spurs were ahead, you could say that Liverpool still very much would back themselves to get back into the game, that kind of thing. So I would lean towards saying that maybe this is still very much a game Liverpool can win.
A bit swayed to go for a draw lah, because it's an early game. But cannot. I need to have faith. It's already 4 games without a win. It's like this.
It's 3 games without a goal also.
Yeah. It's bound to come sometime, right? It's like 迟早. I mean, I say that during the Man U game, but it's like this is a good game to bounce back. Yeah, and in a sense, you can say that okay, we are not in good form, right? But we also never lose, and the gap didn't widen to like 6 points, which will be a bit.
Yeah, actually, that was what I was thinking also while watching the game. Like, well, if Liverpool lose this,
6 points different,
get quite ugly,
Yeah. So now it's still they're still within arm's reach. Right? It's still a 1 win difference only. So it's not. There's both sides. I think they also never go for it. I think the both sides are quite happy with a draw. Okay. Many also you away to Anfield. You know that if you try to open up a bit, that you will leave yourself vulnerable to counter attacks. And Liverpool also didn't want to go all out because it's like you're scared you lose also. So it's just
in terms of Spurs Liverpool. So I guess you're going for a Liverpool win.
2-0.
Okay. Well, Spurs not even to score.
I mean, actually, the problem with Liverpool hasn't been the defense. It's always been it's the attack. The past few games is like the defense is quite good. So and Spurs, okay. So I think 2-0.
Admirable to still back your team like that, but okay, Mun Jhun.
I'm thinking.
Are you swayed by my analysis?
No, because I don't really have faith in Spurs from the start. Then,
okay.
Because I think if one of their key man goes down, then that's it for them. I think I'm gonna agree with England. I think I'm gonna go for a Liverpool win. I think it'll be the exact same result. I think it'll be 2-1 Liverpool.
Exact same result as the corresponding
picture. Yeah, as the corresponding picture.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought that's England's prediction. This is a bit of a dangerous thing. I think if Liverpool were to continue dropping points like this, right? Wow, it's starting to look a bit, because Leicester are getting their act together, so Man City are starting to string results together. Liverpool keep dropping points, right? Looking at 3rd or 4th already. So I choose to believe that Liverpool will still be in the title picture. I'm not fully convinced by this, but I'm also going to go Liverpool win. I'm going to go 2-1 also. Yeah, but not by any like logic or anything. Yeah, it's just that from the whole narrative of I don't think Liverpool will not be in the title race.
Yeah,
I foresee Spurs not being in the title for sure. I foresee Spurs dropping points some more to still make the top 4 race interesting. So I'm going to go with Liverpool 2-1 win. Yeah. We've spoken a little bit about Man U. Maybe we've been a bit reserved about the praise we've given them. Maybe this is the avenue if you want to be able to give them some praise, give
Don't want lah.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer some credit. I don't know. It's up to you also. It's our show. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. Man U are facing Sheffield United, who last time out broke their 17-game winless run by beating Newcastle.
Sheffield know they're only getting 2 wins this season, and they know it's against who, and it's not against Man U. So
it's against who?
Newcastle.
Oh, you're backing them to both win home and away.
Yeah, I
okay.
think so. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think we need any analysis or like evaluation of this game. Okay. I will assume Man U. I mean, Man U, if they want to be title challengers, they better as win this game comfortably. So, I mean, if Spurs can do it, yeah, I think Man U can do it easily. I also don't expect Man U to concede in this game because from what I remember, their defense was actually quite solid against Liverpool. It's Man U, they always get a cheapo ass result. So I'll go for 1-0 Man U win. Okay,
sounds quite plausible also.
Yeah.
Inran?
Yeah, I was so tempted to go for a draw, I'm just like, this is a perfect game for teams like Arsenal and Man U, right? It's like you get a good result already, then suddenly people are very happy, and suddenly the next game you will just
Sheffield, how to screw up?
Yeah, but against Sheffield, a bit hard to slip up. Maybe it's like against Aston Villa or what, you maybe still got a chance. But I also don't foresee Man U. Cannot, their form really.
I mean, there are other games in the season. This is not the end of the season, so it's okay.
I think he doesn't want to win. If they win any more, means they are legit title contenders.
Yeah, everywhere I say the same thing. I don't want to win.
Oh no, because we are recording on Thursday. Tonight they still have the game against Fulham. There's still chance for the points also. Yeah, it's tonight.
Oh,
it's
damn!
4 a.m.
Are you staying up?
We'll see. After this recording, we'll see lah. Yeah.
I think I will go for 2-0 Man U.
Okay, I'm going to agree with you also. I'm going to go 2-0 Man U. We've talked about Liverpool and Man U as title challengers. I think it's only right to talk about the team that is now suddenly creeping in from behind, or not really creeping in from behind, but more like steaming in from behind. Manchester City are now, I think a point behind Man U, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, don't have the table in front of me, but they have a game in hand. Tonight they'll be playing against Aston Villa. Man City now only conceded 2 goals in 10 games, 8 clean sheets. Of course, Inran also was throwing shade at Phil Foden, so of course he scored again.
Damn it, every time Brighton. I say something.
I mean, at the start of the season, we were a little bit, we were coming down a little bit harsh on Guardiola, saying that maybe he's not improved the players. He's relied a lot on buying in players to improve the squad. But arguably he's been able to adapt.
Yeah, I mean, must give him credit. I mean, of course, I'm giving credit. Yes, he buy players, but it's not because. It's not just the price, it's because it fits his style of player. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can be like a Chelsea, you buy so many good players, also cannot make it work. Or you're like Arsenal, you buy random players that then don't work also. So it's like he buys the right players and he improves them. So it's just that the players that he buy are good already. Then after you make them better, because you have a system for them to play in, and you try to make them have think more tactically. Maybe it's a bit lucky also, right? Because it's not that they are like. It's not like John Stones is like a new player, or it just so happens that other defenders injured, then he come in and suddenly, the partnership works. Then you're like, oh, okay, lor.
But I think arguably maybe you could say if it was like other managers, they would have already sold John Stones.
True.
Yeah, because of his massive dip, he started being out of the England squad also.
I think he still managed to stay at the club, right? It's because all the other defenders are not good. So it's just like.
I mean, the fact that Laporte is now currently sitting on the bench, like he's not.
Yeah, that's a big thing. You know? Like he was their strongest defender after Company left. Yeah, and lor. I mean, Laporte was fine, but after that, who played beside Laporte? No one. Like the past few seasons, it's been in and out.
Correct.
So once in a while, John Stones will still have a chance to come in. So it's like not say like relegated until like some paria. It's like no, he's
okay lah. Yeah, he wasn't, but he was I think behind Eric Garcia in terms of the centre back packing order also, which is like some academy graduate also. So it's like he did reach quite a low point.
Yeah. So I think like by fixing the defense, then it gives the attack more freedom. Like you won't be as worried about wanting to go back to defend and all that stuff. So I think that definitely helped. Standard Guardiola thinks like he's still doing his thing, and then like it's a bit like I think the top managers, right? They will just do their thing, right? Then you have dip in forms, you'll have. But in general, the standard will still be there, I think.
I guess also the other thing to give credit, I guess, you know, I was also a bit hesitant like you, like, oh, like he's keeping Phil Foden for like I don't know for what also. Like,
yeah, at the
yeah,
start.
these few seasons he's been
Yeah.
keeping him, don't know, like, oh, for a more important match or for whatever. But it seems like his management of Phil Foden has actually paid dividends. This season
This season.
he's top scorer for Man City, which I'm kind of surprised actually. He's 8 goals.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
5 assists. Yeah, I didn't even remember he scored 8 goals, but I guess, you know, we are not watching every Man City game. Especially for like, he's like, what, 21? Yeah, he's surprisingly young still. I thought like, you know,
he's 21. Yeah.
Yeah, given like he's been around for a few seasons, where I thought maybe at least like 23.
Yeah, of course the past few seasons he's like, Guardiola keep hyping him, then they just keep putting him on the bench. Then you're just like, and he only comes on in like substitute, like as a start once in a while. Then like don't really have impact. But recently, okay, I guess you've seen like that he's there for a reason. Or maybe last time he was too young, now 21, just right. I don't know. And it's a transition period for Man City also. So they will.
That's true.
There's more impetus for them to want to try new players. So yeah, 3-0 Man City.
Okay, yeah, we're going to get down to the prediction also. Will West Brom score or not? Given the amount of goals they suddenly started scoring under Big Sam. I mean, the fact that West Brom will sit back and all that. Man City 2-0.
Okay, the West Brom score. Good question. But shout out to West Brom. Shout out to Matthias Pereira. 3 goals in 2 games, now top scorer of West Brom. Congrats.
Although 2 were penalties.
Yeah, that's trash. But then, yeah. Congrats to him. Yeah, but I don't see anything with this. Well, you'll see 2-0, 3-0, then I'll go for 4-0.
Make it more interesting.
Yeah.
No, we will also get the predictions from Robin and Kim, even though they're not on the episode today. Another team with title aspirations, maybe you were, you know, writing them off a little bit, I think, for some episodes ago. But now, you know, I think they played a game more, to be fair. But now they are very much in the title reckoning. Leicester will be visiting Everton in the Gary Lineker derby.
Leicester.
Leicester now, you know, their squad is, I would say, probably better than their title-winning squad, you know, in 2015-16. So, you know, do Leicester even stand a chance, or is this just good form? You know, they're up there for a while. Will they drop off again?
I mean, props to them. They have won the most number of games in the league. But in a way, like you sort of see their team and you thought maybe it's something that they could achieve, top 4. But then it also feels like they are overachieving in some sense.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody will expect them to be top. Yeah, lor. I think they will still be. I think top 4 is a fair prediction. I don't think they will win. I think it's just a good run of form and a bad run of form from other teams.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like Man City and Liverpool. Man City had a dip in form earlier than Liverpool, and now Liverpool is in the middle of their bad form. So you have teams like Leicester and Man U at the top.
Putting them under the same category, okay.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing, no man?
I mean, okay, to be fair, Man U and Leicester did also have their dips in form at the start of the season. You know, remember when we were doing our prediction video all the way at the start of this YouTube channel? I remember Leicester just lost 3-0 to West Ham. Then we were all thinking, oh, cannot put Leicester in the top 4 anymore.
But yeah.
Shit, my prediction at the start of the season predictions were 5 for Leicester. Me have to eat my at least still mentioned.
Yeah.
I put Everton 4th though. What the hell? It's like no.
I mean, to be fair, Everton are 5th now. You know, this is quite a big match. Yeah.
True, if they win their game in hand, they also go over Liverpool. So Liverpool becomes 6th. I think it may be a draw. I think Ancelotti is like experienced enough in big games not to drop points.
Although Leicester's front 3 quite impressive, like Jamie Vardy, Harvey Barnes, and
James Maddison.
Yeah.
I think all I can say is they really need James Maddison to be there. I think he's the piece that you cannot leave out. In a way, yes, but then I don't think he provides for himself. Like, it's the passes that James Maddison makes. It's those kind of things that makes Vardy more potent. It's the players around him. Like, he can't really do much on his own. They can't put his thing up front with no certain number 10, then he probably can't do anything else. I think if James Maddison, if he stays healthy, I think top 4 is more than possible for Leicester.
Okay.
Yeah. But then the thing is they have a tendency to slip up against teams like Everton, I think, who are just about good enough to beat them. So But who? Maybe they will. Who knows, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
you always predict this kind of lot. You're always so pessimistic in this thing. Okay lah, okay lah. I'll go for it lah. 3-0 Leicester.
oh, nobody asked you to be such a big score.
3-0.
Okay. I thought I would be the one going for it, but I'm
3-0
gonna say
Leicester.
Leicester win 2-1.
Congrats to Joe Biden for being sworn in as 46% of US.
Okay.
Okay, next.
What? Now we are doing
Live
like all sorts of news already, not just football also. This is probably where we wanted Robin to give his input, but sadly we don't have that. I don't know if any of you all I don't know if you all watched I don't know if any of you all watched the Chelsea Fulham game. I
No
did.
lah.
I didn't watch the Leicester Chelsea game, so I don't think I will be able to have much input on that. But Chelsea are facing another Midlands team. They are facing Wolves this time. This time is at Stamford Bridge. But of course Chelsea are, that win against Fulham aside, they have only one win in 5. So not exactly going into this in good form either.
One loss away from being below Arsenal.
Will this be the loss that will put them below Arsenal?
But it's against Wolves though. They've been such a bad form.
Yeah,
But then
Wolves
again,
are
right?
I guess we have to cover Wolves also. Yeah, no.
I think
Wolves
Wolves first
one win in 9.
I think Wolves' first game after losing Jimenez was against Chelsea and they won that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so perhaps
Then
it could be a
subsequently they
curse.
haven't won.
Yeah, it could be a curse. So it might be a good bounce back game for Wolves lah. So
Okay. You confident after slagging off Fabio Silva?
no lah. I still think like that goal he should have scored lah. Like if you're like decent centre forward, you should score that goal. You're so close to the goal. You know what I mean? You should score this kind of goal. So I mean, props to him. He's 18 years old, but come on lah. If you're in the first team, you should be able to score that goal. Unless you're Jolinton lah. But anyway, Timo Werner. If he continues this form, I think he'll be getting back to the Bundesliga on loan lah. For sure lah. Somebody will get him.
Okay. I think Kai Havertz also no man.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
more
Kai
than
Havertz actually
again,
started the game against Leicester.
Wow.
I mean, I have no idea how he did lah. I mean, sorry that we are so lacking in our analysis for this game. But yeah.
You don't watch games anymore.
Yeah, apparently not.
Okay,
But
I
it's
think
midweek, so and we are all working, so you have to forgive us for that. But yeah.
I think for the Leicester Chelsea game, just from the highlights alone, right? Even the highlights that Chelsea post, right? It's all Leicester dominating. So I think it was a damn bad game for Chelsea.
Probably, yeah.
Like even if your own club, right? Usually you just show more of your own highlights, right? They got no highlights. It's all Leicester's one.
I mean, they got the Timo
it?
Werner
Okay.
VAR goal lah, offside goal. That's something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
outside goal lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they both him and Havertz, I think still relatively young players, right? You go to a squad with an inexperienced manager, then die already long.
Yeah.
So do you think it will be a case of like they need to get rid of Frank Lampard, get in a more experienced manager to get a tune out of Werner and Havertz, or is it a case of giving them another season next season to try out again?
No, I think a more experienced manager will do a better job. Now they don't even know who their starting lineup is. Whole day change here, change there. Sometimes Havertz in,
There
sometimes
is one
Havertz
player
out.
who is always on the starting lineup one.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And
Maybe-
to be fair, right, he actually played quite well against Fulham, although it is just one game. I can't say that I've watched a lot of Chelsea games, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's the reason why they lose also, because he's the only constant there.
Maybe that's true.
Wolves, the form really too bad already. I think Chelsea will win. It's not that they haven't been winning recently, but they have it in them to have wins and clean sheets. I think it'll be 2-0 Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I love 2-0.
Mun Jhun?
I mean, Wolves have been scoring goals lah, but I do not believe in their front three at all. So I don't really expect them to trouble this frail Chelsea defense lah. So maybe I'm going to go for 1-1.
Okay. I sort of agree with your analysis also. I think Wolves will get a goal also because Chelsea are quite all over the place at the back. I think I watched the highlights against Leicester also. It seems, although highlights can be a bit deceiving, it looks like both of the goals they seem very, very exposed at the back. I don't know if they played the entire game like that, but possibly it's because like their wing backs are pushing up and there's no players like coming back to cover. I mean, it works for Liverpool because when Trent and Robertson go up, some of the midfielders come and track back. But it looks like for Chelsea, it's not even. I mean, Kante didn't play against Leicester. Maybe there is a fact that maybe they didn't have a defensive-minded midfielder that tracks back and all that. I know Mason Mount does, but just one player. So I think Wolves will score also. Same reason lah. I'm going to go with Chelsea win also, but not that convinced. I'm going Chelsea 2-1. From Chelsea to another London club, and this London club cannot stop winning. Arsenal are back in the top half. Congratulations, Gunners fans. So Arsenal are now against Southampton. Corresponding fixture, of course, was that, Arsenal were in the thick of their losing streak when they faced Southampton the previous time, and they actually managed to draw. So to be able to break that losing streak.
Maybe now it's for Southampton to scrape a draw from inform Arsenal. I don't know. Oh, but Southampton have been such a bad, okay, not such bad form lah, but you expect a bit more from them, I guess.
But I think Danny Ings is out injured though.
He's out injured again? Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay lah, that is it lah. I know.
I don't know if he's out injured for this coming game.
If he's out
last
injured,
game
right,
he didn't play.
yeah, I think the chance of them winning just dropped by half.
I mean, Aubameyang scored twice last time out, although it is against Newcastle.
Yeah, that one, it doesn't matter. Anything against Newcastle doesn't matter. Thinking young Lions can win against them in Newcastle. Okay.
I don't know. I think Arsenal. I think Southampton have it in them to scrape a draw. I think draw.
But Arsenal have 4 straight clean sheets. But it's against all the bottom tier clubs.
Okay lah, draw lah, 0-0.
I'm going to go with a Southampton win actually.
Nice.
1-0 Southampton.
Why?
I think I'm not fully convinced by this Arsenal run of form. And I think it was Inran actually who mentioned this last week also, that with young players and all that, you're always going to get some inconsistencies. There are some games where it was the same against Palace. They didn't really get it going against Palace. There were it was nice interchange of play and all that, but no cutting edge. I think this will be a bit similar, but I think Southampton have a little bit of a better attack than Crystal Palace.
I'm not too sure. I don't know where the goals will come for Southampton if then Ings doesn't play.
He came for free kick.
And
to score against his former team.
Oh, and I see their team, right? The squad they put against who they lost previously, Leicester, right? What kind of team is this for Southampton? I don't know.
Yeah, they got a lot of young players, although maybe the young players are good. I don't know.
I mean,
what
I know is that usually players with funny ass names tend not to do so well.
Okay. Is there an example you have? I don't know.
Like Sunderland had a few funny ass names back then.
What?
They were hyped.
Lee Catamore.
No, Lee Catamore. Some random one like Honey, Honeydew or something. I forgot his name.
Okay.
Drew, I'm not sure his name, but I don't know where the goals are gonna come for Southampton. I'm gonna go for Arsenal win.
Okay.
I think 2-0 Arsenal win.
This week we are not gonna have English striker power rankings. I don't know what we're gonna call this section now, but I think it's the time to talk about if Mun Jhun should find a new club to support or not. I mean, Newcastle have 2 games coming up, but of course the real story here is Steve Bruce imploding. Previously, after the Sheffield United result, he said, the gloves are off and now I will do it my way. A lot of questions asked on that. So it means what? They've been doing it whose way this past 1 year?
If this is his way, I think let's go back to the old way. So whoever the hell was handling it. Oh my god.
Yeah, the question is, who was handling it this entire time?
I don't know. All I know is that you cannot go to Bramall Lane where your spirits are down, where their luck is shit, where their goals have been dried up, and you go in, you go park the lorry, you're gonna face you're gonna face Barcelona like that. Like what the hell? It's like he knows he's playing a Sheffield team that is so fucking down their shits. Like then he should say, "Hey boys, let's control the damage today. Let's stay the fuck back." This kind of thing. Oh, I mean, it shows, right? Sheffield, it took a fucking penalty from fucking BDS Sharp to win the game.
Yeah. It's not as if it was a convincing win or anything.
Yeah. And okay, to give Bruce credit, right? He always plays 5-3-2 against any team that he plays away. So
okay.
Yeah, but then the thing is different. I don't know why this game, right? He plays 5-3-2. Then usually when you play 5-3-2, in attack you play 3-5-2. The wings will go up.
Yeah.
But then in this game, in defense is 5-3-2. In attack is 5-3-2 also.
Okay.
The wingers did not go up. So the only players attacking were Ryan Fraser and Callum Wilson. 2 men against 5 Sheffield defenders. And our midfield 3 it's like, I think he overrates his players a bit. He's playing Isaac Hayden, Sean Longstaff, and who's the other one? Jeff Hendricks. He stopped
Okay.
playing Iniesta, Xavi, and fucking Busquets. He thinks no, like legit. No, the thing is that he doesn't have a fucking game plan. Once we have the ball, the three central midfielders, they just stick in. They don't advance. They are not. It's not within them to advance. So they play the ball back within the fucking 5 defenders and the 3 midfielders, and say, "Hey, Callum Wilson and Ryan Fraser, how about go do your fucking shit you did in Bournemouth, and you just pump the ball in the front and expect to do something." But they don't. You cannot. The thing is, I don't blame the players because you are supposed to do what you're told. I guess you know. What I mean, you have the whole week to plan for this. So if the plan was to go 5-3-2 in attack and 5-3-2 in defense, then fine, whatever. Maybe he knew that people, like there's pressure on them to like to not lose this game. So that was his plan. He went to just not lose the game.
Okay.
Like they wanted to hold Sheffield for a new draw.
Then you want to win against who? Like that?
That's the thing. You want to win against who? You know what I mean? It's like not like he doesn't have the players to win. You know what I mean? Like then now I think now we got a new transfer rumor that they say they're bring in Joshua King. So they bring in the front three from Bournemouth lah. So basically,
The front three from Bournemouth got relegated last season.
yeah. Oh my god. But I think this game just hits the nail lah on the coffin for the rest of the season.
Okay, I guess the question is, do you think Newcastle get relegated though? Because even all this doom and gloom, you've gotten results at the start of the season. There's still a 7-point cushion.
The thing is, it is too early at the start. It's too early in the season. There's still 19 games to play.
Okay,
I mean,
that's
and
true
the
also
buffer
lah.
is the buffer is always 40 points, or at least 36. And can I see like my team getting 36 points? I don't think so. The thing is that when you lose, at least with Fulham, right, you get a habit of getting points on the table. There is some momentum. But then with Newcastle, you keep losing. For you, it's like the attitude is like, as long as we don't lose, it's fine. We go in not to lose. Like we're not going to win. So if we get any points,
is that the same for all the relegation clubs? It's like just go in not to lose.
It's not about like perhaps like the like just saying it, but it's you can see that the way the teams play. Like West Brom, they're going to win. This kind of thing. Regardless against any team, they're going to win. But fucking hell, fucking Bruce, how is he even still there? I don't fucking know. You know that I mentioned that I want to change team.
Yes.
But he like you know like the country so long. It's like you
of course it's
you
not
marry your wife
like,
fat and ugly, you know what I mean? This kind of thing. Don't want to maintain peace, no, this kind of thing.
Okay.
Then you have children, you should teach the children bad things, you know, like don't.
Well, this analogy going a lot further than I thought.
Then you say I have to leave this fucking woman, but you cannot, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you have been so invested. This is why I never buy jersey, because I can jump ship anytime I want.
But like you said, the attachment is that strong. It's not as if you're gonna jump ship anytime you want.
I would guess.
Correct.
So this is why
how do you even find a new team?
I mean, if it's a managerial problem, just wait for Steve Bruce to get out.
You don't understand. He's the cheapest manager around.
Okay, so
he earns £1 million a year. You know how much Pep Guardiola earns?
20 million, is it?
You can have Bruce for 36 years.
So, okay, say for example, you get to choose a manager to go for, right? Say for example, you are now the chairman of Newcastle.
Yes.
Which manager would you choose to replace Steve Bruce?
I know idea.
Don't talk about Guardiola lah. Talk about
Rafael Benitez.
I have no idea who is available. Really. But the fans sure want Rafa back.
Alright, yeah, but will he go back?
But I say, fuck it, let's put Alan Shearer in already. What's the what's the fucking worst that can happen?
Well, the previous time that happened, you all went down. But
I mean,
you know.
at most you can just say, oh no, the damage too much from Bruce. You cannot like FTD.
I think maybe it's time to do. It's a Newcastle double header. Aston Villa away, Leeds United at home.
Okay.
So, any points for Newcastle from this?
Maximum 1, minimum 0. So
Maximum 1. Okay.
Okay.
The 1 is against who? I'm not even sure.
I don't know who.
Newcastle are dead erratic.
Newcastle against Leeds. Oh no, we're not gonna win this. I'm gonna go for 2-0 Leeds. Villa. Yeah.
Oh, it's a.
I'm sorry. I'm so dumb. I don't see us winning anybody. I think it's 2-0 for both results to not Newcastle.
Okay. The Newcastle fan is clearly very pessimistic. Maybe it's an emotional reaction, but okay. I guess for Imran and myself, we are third parties to this lah. We are neutrals. So, Imran, do you think that Newcastle won't get any points from this?
I think there's a draw in there lah. I think
okay.
I think Well, but Leeds recently just lost to Brighton, right? Random 1-0 loss.
Yeah.
But I think I think they will win Newcastle. Just cause I like them. I think it'll be
Okay.
1-0.
1-0 lead sounds very possible.
And then for Aston Villa, Newcastle. Yeah, where's the draw coming from? Okay, I think they will draw against Aston Villa.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
1-1, 1-1. Aston Villa, there's so long not play. It's just like
Actually, that is quite a concern also. Maybe this is a very good time to play Aston Villa. The previous time he played their youngsters against Liverpool in the FA Cup. A lot of their players haven't played for like 2 weeks already. Actually, I'm also going to go same. I'm going to match Inran in terms of the outcome of the game, but I'm going to go 0-0 Villa Newcastle. I'm going to go Leeds beat Newcastle 2-0. Okay, I guess maybe that is a good segue to talk about the other not relegated yet, the other teams fighting relegation. Burnley are home against Aston Villa. So, we were predicting Aston Villa maybe don't get a win against Newcastle. Will they be able to beat Burnley at Turf Moor? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go Aston Villa 1-0 win.
So typical Burnley, right? Either they win 1-0 or they lose.
Or they lose 1-0.
Silverstone, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll go the same as Mama. I'll go for 1-0 Villa win.
I also want to go for Villa win. Maybe 2-0.
I think we can move on to the next relegation fight. This is between two of the bottom five. Brighton face Fulham at the Amex. Brighton still winless at home. Will this be finally their first home win of the season?
What do you think?
What do I think? I think it better fucking be a Fulham win. If not, right, so many draws in a row, right? I mean, yes, it's nice to draw with Liverpool, nice to draw with Spurs.
At the start of the season, it was just losses in a row.
But at the end of the day, right, like Mun Jhun said before, like draws are not going to keep you in the division also. Like you see on the last weekend, West Brom beat Wolves, Brighton beat Leeds. And suddenly it started to become like a very disappointing week, even though we did draw with Spurs. So, yeah, the wins have to come from somewhere. I'm looking at these few games next. We're facing Brighton, West Brom, Leicester, then West Ham. Expecting at least 2 wins out of these 4. If not, starting to look like maybe West Brom will overtake us for the next possible team to get out of the bottom 3. So I have no choice for this. I'm going to go with a Fulham win because no reverse psychology or whatever. Just going to be upfront and say that Fulham better fucking win.
But what do you actually think?
What do I actually think? I think we have a good chance though. Yeah. Brighton will still be a little bit erratic at home. I'm going to go with this might be low scoring. Fulham 1-0 win.
I think I'm going to go for the same. I mean, Fulham has been playing relatively okay. Like, a lot of draws, some of them against good teams, and even the loss also was because it was a red card, and it was still only a 1-0. So,
well, that was. I mean, it was a totally unnecessary red card, but at the end, okay lah. They still perform well. The goal can't really do anything about it. So, I think if Chelsea didn't beat us, right, Frank Lampard we got. Draw against a relegation fighting 10-man team. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it'll be 1-0 Fulham also lah.
I have this weird feeling Brighton will win.
Okay.
Yeah. Though, like perhaps they have more firepower than Fulham.
I agree though. Yeah. Currently, I mean, both teams not exactly have a lot of firepower, but yeah.
Perhaps like, it hurts for me to say, but I'll go for 1-0 Brighton win.
So Crystal Palace face West Ham is the most boring of London derbies, I would say. But yeah.
Guys, this is a new written all over this topic.
Yeah. Although West Ham 3 wins in a row, Mikel Antonio, if there was an English striker of our rankings, he would probably have done the best.
Yeah. I think he'll go back to Callum Wilson.
I think it's time to use my 2-2 card.
Oh, okay. For Palace West Ham, why not?
I think I'm going to ride the train. I'm going to ride the train a bit. So I'll go for 2-1 West Ham win.
Wow. 2-1 West Ham win. Wow. That will put them close to top 4 already.
Yeah, finish the week in top 6.
I don't believe West Ham's form can last this long. And even if I say this can never be important enough to be trailer material. So Crystal Palace 2-1 win. It looks like none of our clubs are in for any transfers, which is I would say a
Why
little
does
bit
it feel so
disappointing.
barren this winter? Like,
Feels like no one making. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
usually the windows, right? All the news outlets will have a lot of like news, right?
Correct,
But now, right, they're not talking about it. So
Yeah.
is it
feels
because of
like
Brexit? Because like
I
issue
mean, Sam
importing
Allardyce
players.
was complaining about Brexit, lah, but to be honest, he seems like the manager most likely to vote for Brexit, so no secret to that.
It's like Boy Johnson, right? Same, the hair different only, right?
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Anyway, speaking about transfers, right? Two big transfers for my hometown, Hougang United. You all got here.
Obviously not, but
Shahrul Ishak is in
Wow.
Hougang United.
Shahrul
okay.
Ishak's still around.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, he's like what, 35 now?
He's 37.
Oh, close,
Yeah,
but okay, yeah.
he can. I was also shocked. I saw the news. Oh my god, Shahrul Ishak. Maybe I'll give him a chance for title. Then if you all know who is Cairo Nizam,
Oh, sounds familiar.
yeah, he was once a wonder kid 10 years ago. Wonder kid 10 years ago. Okay, maybe I'll start this week. I will start supporting Aston Villa.
Okay,
Who they play? Who they play?
Aston Villa still
Oh my god, they are
Newcastle,
playing Newcastle. Oh, it's just nice.
This
I
one
can
is
test
the-
my loyalty.
You have to go all in. Straight away.
You feel very conflicted throughout the game, like, should I
Okay.
cheer or should I not? Like, yeah.
Okay, I say first. Whoever wins the game, I support.
Wow, okay.
Whoever wants my loyalty, right? You better win the game.
Wow, big game for them.
Little Cam Wilson hat trick.
Suddenly the stakes have never been higher,
Yeah.
worth more than 3 points.
Freaking Cam Wilson hat trick that I fucking sian. Sure, this not bullshit. Sure,
Maybe you should hope Aston Villa will buy Callum Wilson, then it'll be perfect, right?
I think it'll be good for them now. They are top 6 immediately. They get Callum Wilson.
I guess yeah. Good. Villa also quite a big club, doing well.
Actually, they are right.
They have-
are a big
Yeah,
club.
that's what I was
They
saying.
have
Mun Jhun also like
good
got
English
history.
strikers.
Correct, got English players.
Good. Okay,
What's your
lah.
criteria?
Can
It's just whether you'll be complaining about Dean Smith not.
Dean Smith, the manager. No lah, he seems like I don't even know the manager. If Villa win 3 games in a row, okay, top 4. Above Liverpool already. I chose the right club to support. So much potential.
For 11 to 4 straight.
You can watch tonight's 2 a.m. game. Can be your first.
I'll watch it.
Nice
And
game
watch them lose to Man City.
Maybe I watch the first half lah.
Watch them lose to Man City.
Tough. First game Man City. My first day to defend Man City.
Test your
Never mind. Second game easy win.
And you know them very well also.
I know him very well. I know the opponents very well.
Invested in both clubs.
Maybe you can stay tuned to find out if Mun Jhun will stick to his black shirt after all this time. Maybe, who knows, maybe a win against Aston Villa, a win against Leeds.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
So hopefully you've enjoyed this entire episode, and thank you for reaching all the way to the end. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button down below.
It's not going to get relegated.
Even though we know nothing, hopefully today you've learned something. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.